A rumbling cadence echoes off these steeply banked turns. It's a force that reaches soul deep, calling CBS and America to this place for 22 years.
Johnny Allison throws the block. Tail hits him.
Buddy Baker has got it.
Are you just going to keep winning races forever? I'm going to keep on trying.
Bobby Allison has won. Something is amiss on Earnhardt's car.
He blowed her up. Bill Elliott. It's one of the most violent accidents we've ever seen. Thank God! Greg Cope's first victory. And they're cut off the turn two. Davey Allison is going to win. Bill is going to win the Daytona 500.
Sterling Marlin. And here he comes for the second time.
The most anticipated moment.
We've won it. We've won it. We've won. Jeff Gordon will win it.
Who will it be this year? Reigning Winston Cup champion Dale Jarrett. He's on the pole. Not a bad place to be. Defending Daytona champion Gordon. A new crew. No excuse. The Intimidator, Earnhardt. The Dominator, maybe someday. For now, it's Dale Earnhardt Jr. Stock car racing's greatest day, the Daytona 500.
Hello and welcome there, NASCAR fans, here at Daytona International Speedway for the Daytona 500 to start off the 2000 season of the NASCAR Winston Cup year. We are coming off a great year of the 1999 season, and here in the Speed Weeks of the Daytona 500 Speed Weeks, Jeff Bodine and Johnny Benson have been really quick to be able to get their cars on the front row of this race. Bobby Labonte and Jarrett Nadeau coming off the wins in their Gatorade Duel 150, 125 races. And boy, the guys to look out for this race, I'd have to say, is Ricky Rudd and Jeff Burton. They look very, very strong to try and win this race here. And right there, back there, a few rows back at least, right there with Dale Jarrett. You got to look out for him as well in the quality care forward. But for these guys up front, Jeff Bodine and Johnny Benson, they have a fast car as well. But I don't know, just something about them doesn't really seem as, that they'll be up front for long. Because in their Gatorade duels, they didn't seem to hold much strong of a run in their duels. But they will start first and second. Getting ready to start the Daytona 500 for the 2000 NASCAR Winston Cup Series season. Daytona is one of the most biggest racetracks on the schedule and the most memorable race you could ever win. And Jeff Bodine in the 60 car is going to start on the pole for the Great American Race. He won here back in 1986, a long time ago. And he is looking competitive to try and win a second Daytona 500 title. Johnny Benson on the outside has never won in the Winston Cup Series race. Trying to win here today, driving the 10 car of the Aaron's team. Bobby Labonte in the Night 18 Interstate Batteries Pontiac. Right there trying to win. He came runner-up to Dale Earnhardt 98 here. Jarrett Nadeau as well has never won a I don't even think he's won a Winston Cup Series event. But he lines up in 4th. Ricky Rudd also has a very good shot to come out of here with the win. That is your top 5. 42 drivers. Only one can come out of here with the win of the Daytona 500. Getting ready to start the 2000 season. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Jeff Bodine, leads us down. "42 cars are underway to complete lap number 1. Jeff Bodine is going to hold off to lead the lap number 1. Johnny Benson almost got at the line there. He's got a pretty good help from Jerry Nato up on the high side there. He edges out in front there. Bobby Labonte dumps to the inside there. Boy, Nato giving the shove to Benson up high. We're 3 wide for the race lead. Rudd all over Labonte. Bodine getting help from Stewart. Rudd looking low. Oh, Bobby Labonte gets in the corner panel of Jeff Bodine. And he saved it. Mark Martin swinging it 4 wide there. 4 wide. Keep it together, guys. Earnhardt in the middle. Rudd in the middle as well. And they're keeping it good. Clean racing. And to complete... Oh, Ricky Rudd beating and banging on Mark Martin. Bobby Labonte up against Earnhardt there as well. And I think it was Benson at the line. Yes, Johnny Benson up on the high side takes the lead. 3 wide. Mark Martin getting help from Ward Burton, but Burton wants to take the position there. Peaks low. Oh, he gets in the corner panel there. And he wants to come back up the racetrack there. And they're going to let them all up. Nice piece of driving by everybody to keep their cars good. Dale Earnhardt sliding his way forward. Biggest mover so far of the race. And he's already up to 3rd spot, up on the high side of Jeff Bodine now. Benson getting the help from Jerry Nadeau now. Completion of lap number 3. Pretty much the pack is pretty much now getting back in order of what they once were. Getting into the race is where you take advantage of everybody to try and get as much positions as you can as you're bunched together there. And this is a little bit of a separation here, this pack here. Dave Blaney right now kind of separating the middle of this pack here. Pretty much cars hanging back so far. Brett Bodine back here as well. Kenny Irwin. Yeah, a lot of guys. Buckshot Jones is completely lost out on the draft here. Oh, we got ourselves a wreck. Is that Jeff Burton? Yes, it is. Jeff Burton. And the 99, and so is Dale Jarrett. There's the 33 car. He's around as well. And boy, the people are piling in here. Robbie Gordon, Kyle Petty's upside down. Stacy Compton's involved. We saw Jeff Burton get turned around there off turns number 4. Pace car's out for that. Kenny Irwin's involved in it. Darrell Waltrip, Chad Little, Sterling Marlin, Ricky Craven, Ward Burton. Dave Blaney's involved. Ricky Craven, or Scott Pruitt, looks like he may be in it. Robert Presley, Kevin LePage is in it. Elliott Sadler, Robbie Gordon, Rick Mass, they're all involved here. With an incident here on lap number 5, coming off turns number 4. And your leader is Johnny Benson in the 10. Looking on suit to really be a good chance to try and win this race here. But it's only the beginning, and we already have ourselves a wreck involving a good bit of cars off turns number 4. Let's get you to a replay. Well, we saw Burton get around off turn number 4. It was a 4-wide situation with Ricky Rudd. Doesn't he get into the corner panel? Oh, Ward Burton may have came up into Ricky Rudd there. Couldn't quite tell, but Burton may have shoved up into Rudd there. And here comes the rest of the field just come flying in, and a bunch of guys got involved. Dale Jarrett there. Boy, Ricky Craven piled in. Kyle Petty went barrel rolling for a moment there. Just tough luck for some of them guys right there. Just going to take another look here at some of the guys that came flying in. And everyone's just trying to check up, but there's nowhere really to go. And there's Kyle Petty right there. He's going to get nailed by Compton, yes. Flips over Kenny Irwin Jr. And yeah, and his day is done. And a lot of chances of winning the 500 is over here, with a bunch of guys involved in an incident on lap number 4, coming off of turns number 4. Completing lap number 5 of 20. We're going to get you to the restart. And before we get you back to the restart, Johnny Benson, the leader, has a troubles there. I don't know what's wrong with him, but he pulled onto the apron. And he's slowing down. I don't know. I think he may have a fuel injection problem, as he is not receiving any fuel, I don't think. Because he is really slowing down. But now he's speeding up. I don't know what Johnny's doing. So Johnny Benson having some troubles, and I'm not sure what's going on, but Johnny Benson, right here, what he's doing right now, this probably is going to end his chances of winning the Daytona 500. He was leading. Now he is going to be heading to pit road, I'm pretty sure, and I'm pretty sure everyone's going to stay out. We're going to take a look and see if Johnny Benson pits. And yes, indeed, Johnny Benson, the Aaron's Grand Prix, Pontiac Grand Prix, was looking really strong here at Daytona. He ended up getting the outside the front row, and he ended up leading a few laps, and now he has some troubles. And he's going to pull it on in. I don't know what the troubles is for Johnny Benson, but his chances of winning the Daytona 500 are probably up. And I think he may have ran over some debris in turns number 2, where some of the cars were driving away from, and he blew a tire from the debris. I'm pretty sure that's what happened after looking at that. Johnny Benson, the leader, has troubles, and he's going to start at the tail end of the field. Let's get you to the restart. Now that Johnny Benson has pulled out of the lead and has a blown tire, this is going to receive Jeff Bodine the lead for the Daytona 500. The pole sitter of this race. He ended up winning here in 1986. Been a long time, and he's trying to win it again. Buckshot Jones a lap down on his inside there. Jerry Nadeau trying to win his first race in the Winston Cup Series, I'm pretty sure. And Bobby Labonte trying to win his first Daytona 500. And Rusty Wallace also right there trying to win his first Daytona 500. And so many starts here. But here we go. Green flag is back on the air here for 12 more laps to go. Jeff Bodine leads us back down. Jerry Nadeau has gotten by Jeff Bodine, and Bodine really showing his strength in that 60 car. I really didn't expect him to do so good for the Speed Weeks, but now it's dropping back to 3rd position there. Jerry Nadeau has to lead, but Bobby Labonte is looking with Dale Earnhardt right in behind. Earnhardt trying to win his second Daytona 500, but gets slow with Bobby Labonte. That's for 2nd position. Mark Martin right in behind him as well, trying to win his first Daytona 500. And Earnhardt gets low of Jerry Nadeau. That's for the top spot. But Mark Martin gets low there. He wants to win. Boy, we're coming back to the line. It'll be 10 laps to go. Jerry Nadeau trying to hold off Dale Earnhardt, Bobby Labonte, Jeff Bodine, and Mark Martin. And Rusty Wallace is there as well. That's very big names in the series here. Nadeau trying to hold his own. But Dale Earnhardt, the Intimidator, you know he wants to win the his second Daytona 500. He runs right there behind the 25 car who has the lead. So you know he's going to be right there to try and get up underneath him there. But Rusty Wallace there, he's also trying to get his first Daytona 500 victory. Rusty's always had terrible luck. He's almost had the luck like Dale Earnhardt's had, but he's right up here in this pack within a shot to try and win the Daytona 500 here. But Jeff Bodine has fought back up to the front underneath the 25 car here. Boy, they're really close right in behind them there with Bobby Labonte, Rusty Wallace, and Dale Earnhardt Sr. And here comes Little E. Dale Jr. right up in behind Mark Martin here. And look at here, some guys pulling up in the picture here. Steve Park, Matt Kenseth, Tony Stewart, and Mike Skinner. They're up here in this pack. 11-car race for the lead. I would say so myself that these 11 guys are probably going to be the guys to either walk away with this win here. Nadeau's got to run back underneath Jeff, but is it good enough to take the lead? The high side worked with Johnny Benson earlier. And it looks like it's going to be a little bit of help from Bobby Labonte behind him there. So the 25 is going to take the lead. Here at the line, it'll only be 7 laps to go to decide the winner of the 2000 NASCAR Daytona 500. Bobby Labonte's got to run low, but can Jerry Nadeau block? He stays in the middle line, trying to block both groups. Mark Martin coming up in there. Jerry Nadeau, what it would be if he could come out here with a win. A lot of people, a good bit of people have came into Daytona and won their first ever race. Sterling Marlin did it. Derek Cope did it. Tiny Long did it. A bunch of guys have done it here at Daytona to win their first ever race. But whoa, Bobby Labonte and Rusty Wallace almost bang on another there. Cross start finish line, it'll be 7 to go. And it's basically these guys up front here. Steve Park and Matt Kenseth, they're probably the last few guys in this draft. I think Terry Labonte has lost the draft as well, so make it 11-car hunt for the lead. And look at here, Bobby Labonte underneath the 25. But Mark Martin is closing in on the inside as well. He's got help from Little E of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Martin's got the nose. He's underneath him there. 3 wide with the race lead. Side by side, which line's going to be the preferred advantage off turn number 4 here? You're going to need the right line at the right time to win the Great American Race. Whoa, Jeff Bodine rubbed up on Bobby Labonte there. Jeff Bodine in the 60s really showing out. And that 60 crew, I really didn't expect his team to do so well. But he's up front battling for his second ever Daytona 500 victory up on the high side there. With help from Tony Stewart. But Bobby Labonte trying to throw the block. But Jerry Nadeau has it all up front. A car length advantage over second place. But guys like Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, they want to win their first ever Daytona 500 victory. In a long time, they've been trying to get this victory and they haven't ever done it. 5 to go here at the line. This is going to be one heck of a dogfight down to the finish. Bobby Labonte, Rusty Wallace, Mark Martin, Jeff Bodine, right behind Jerry Nadeau. And they all have fast race cars. But is it enough to get around the Earnhardt Automotive 25 car? Coming back to the line, 4 to go for Jerry Nadeau to try and win the 2000 Daytona 500. Here we go, Mark Martin slipping up in the middle there. Tony Stewart rubs up on Mark Martin there. Jerry Nadeau trying to block all three groups. He goes from the outside to the middle groove, back to the inside, back to the middle groove. Nadeau has no friends up in this pack. They're all gunning for him, but he has such a fast race car, he can just pull on the pack through the turns, but they can run him down the straightaways, but isn't enough to get into the turn and passing. Labonte got a run, so does Bodine. They're trying to get up to the bumper now. Labonte's got to run low, but isn't enough to take the lead. No. Bodine fights back on the outside, however, too. Here we go. 3 to go at the line. Jerry Nadeau blocks Jeff Bodine. Needs to get low because Labonte is there. Labonte to the inside there for the lead. Bobby Labonte to the inside of Nadeau. This is the first time that Nadeau's been challenged like this. Oh, little E got sideways. Dale Jr. almost got turned by Mike Skinner there. Oh, Dale Jr.'s got to run underneath Labonte, and he's got to run underneath the 18. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is underneath the 18, but we got lap traffic of Sterling Marlin. He's in the way, and it's going to hold up Jerry Nadeau. Sterling Marlin holds up the pack, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Mike Skinner get by. Whoa, boy, beating and banging right there. Nadeau right there, and Jeff Bodine. Boy, that's gonna be costly right there. Marlin in the way of Jeff Bodine and Tony Stewart. Jeff Bodine, one of the fastest cars all speed weeks. He had the pole, and he gets held up by Sterling Marlin, and it leaves. Oh, and we got Dale Jarrett and Scott Pruitt up here. That's gonna be probably in the way as well. A lap and a half to go. Mike Skinner takes the lead, trying to win his first ever Winston Cup Series victory, but look at this. Labonte and Martin are closing in now, with Steve Park in the mix here. White flag is in the air. Mark Martin, Bobby Labonte, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. beat and bang on one another here, coming to the white flag. Martin to the inside of Skinner, and look at Steve Park here to the inside. Park in the one car hung in the pack all throughout this race. He's trying to take the lead from Mark Martin here. White flag is in the air. Whoever comes back first wins the race here. Who's going to win the Daytona 500? Park and Wallace, 1-2. What it would be if they could finish 1-2 like that. But Wallace in the 2 car peeking low on Park here. Wallace trying to win his first ever Daytona 500 victory. Enter turn number 3. They're 3 wide. Kenseth is there as well. Oh boy, Kenseth right there on the bumper there. Oh, Wallace, he's going to hold up for it. 3 wide to the finish, but I think it's going to be Rusty Wallace. Rusty Wallace wins the 2000 Daytona 500. Wow. Wow. Rusty Wallace comes from 7th on the last lap to 1st. And to win it. And he will finally be crowned as a Daytona 500 winner. Congratulations to Rusty Wallace there. That was one heck of a comeback for a bunch of drivers there. How about Steve Park, who was up here in this mix? Park tried to get his first win in his career, and he was there. Kenseth was there as well too. Dale Earnhardt fights back to get a 7th position. Mark Martin was there as well, but got 2nd. The bridesmaid once again. Mike Skinner gets a top 5. Nadeau had a top 10 as well, along with Bobby Labonte. But, boy, it's all for this man right here. Rusty Wallace comes out of here with the Daytona 500 victory here. Congratulations to him. Let's go to your official results.